So, up thumb for red collar on burgundy sweater. Today I'm going to respond to a comment from Worldgate989. Don't really know the guy, I haven't talked to him, but he left a really nice comment, and I wanted to give him a response to that. And as far as all the DarkMatter2525 conversation on those other videos went, when I decided to start using the Pareto principle, the 80-20 principle, and really just apply myself to things that are going to get results, when I noticed that I wasn't getting results, I wasn't putting any effort into the arguments, even though other people were basically having the conversation for me in the comment section, and people were like every 3 hours over like their entire Christmas break just making sure that they had responded to somebody else. And if that's the way you want to spend your holidays, that's fine. Make sure it counts and make sure you like what you did. But on one of the videos that sprang from my holiday break, that had nothing to do with DarkMatter2525, Worldgate989 made a comment about the DarkMatter2525 drama. And he thought that it's shitty that I would not give him any more of my time on this because you started the drama and you should answer the man when he's trying to defend himself. Okay, yeah. Dark Matter even said some crazy thing like, I have the right to face my accuser, right? Debate me! Fuck. He is a fucking nerd. Like, fucking seriously. But the last thing that Worldgate989 said in that thread, I really appreciated it for how much it was kind of in my head at the time. He said, I think I think still you were wrong about the guy. You even misquoted him and then built an argument around the misquote. However, if concrete, undeniable proof shows up, he absolutely stole from another source, I'll be among the first to admit I was wrong. And this is, to me, it was like he had some insight into what I had actually seen while I was, in the passenger seat. Misty was driving we were going to a dog park to walk our dogs in the snow. And, yeah, I was looking at these comments from DarkMatter2525, and I was like, bro, do you even logic? He was trying to say that because I pointed to that human centipede and I said that, the zoos came after him, that I was then saying that the zoos had plagiarized him. But if you just back up in that, in the context of that video where I was saying almost is the operative word, I was actually saying that what he had given me as citations almost, that operative word, almost were acceptable. And then I went on to talk about chronology, not the plagiarism aspects that I had talked about before. But, of course, Dark Matter is grasping for straws. He's really reaching, and he intentionally decides to misunderstand that. I could have maybe printed out another timeline and just swapped them out for just using chronology. But I figured anyone with a lick of sense would understand. Bro, do you even fucking logic? But, that's kind of par for the course with, the likes of Ken Han and Kent Hovind and everyone who was debating with them even. They all like to talk past each other, And so when I saw this quote from Worldgate989 saying, you even misquoted him and then build an argument around the misquote, I'm like, fuck, look at Dark Matter saying that I said zoos plagiarized him. You know, that's fucking retarded. You know? So I had a feeling that this was like trolling. It was like he was in my head trying to get me to make one more fucking video about this, right? And so then he does this dangle of the carrot, like I can win over one more of Dark Matter's fans if I just provide a little bit more concrete evidence, right? So yeah, I love the beauty of the way that he did this. Like the phrasing, it's a little broken in the grammar, but it really was, I think, insightful as to how YouTube, I guess, dick fights work, you know? So, I'll be your Huckleberry now and give you that concrete, undeniable proof that shows he absolutely stole from another source, right? And it's not going to be another example for that same video of some other thing from some other place that he stole. I know that people are coming up in the comment section saying, oh, well, maybe he got it from over here. And I'm like, dude, who do you think you're fucking helping? But, fuck. I think rather than give you another example for that video of a place where he could have gotten his things, because I did talk about many, many different iterations, and I actually don't know which one he stole from. Instead of doing that, I'm just going to give you his own words. Undeniable proof that he committed plagiarism would be his own admission, right? Okay? So, here goes. In the very first comment that he left on the first video, in the beginning of this drama that I uploaded on Christmas, heaven forbid, DarkMatter2525, after saying, I didn't plagiarize anything, he goes on to say, I remember researching the numbers about how much certain animals eat on various zoo and natural preserve websites. Okay? He then goes on to minimize that by saying that the websites didn't give him quite the numbers that he needed, so he used their information and multiplied it. Most likely, he did so to the tune of 365 for 365 days in a year, because he wanted yearly. But he was still using their formulas for how much animals ate. You know, he was just basically plugging in how many days he needed. But he got the information from the various zoo and natural preserve websites. This much he admits to. Undeniably. Right? Also, undeniably, it's been a week now, and a week or so, it's a little bit more, and if you were to go to his atheist comedy The Great Flood video, stop it on the very first second, it says, Atheist Comedy The Great Flood by DarkMatter2525. With no mention of various zoo and natural preserve websites. It just says by DarkMatter2525. Right? In the fucking description box, it says the YouTubers known as Casey Akira, Blue, Trilobite, and Vashket encouraged me to debunk the story of Noah's Ark. So Dark Matter himself, he's the one who came up with it all. He did the entire debunk. No one else did any legwork here, right? I'm putting the emphasis on me in his description there. He did the work, okay? By DarkMatter2525. So, by his own admission, he researched and got information from various zoo and natural preserve websites. And then, he is the only one taking credit. That's about as concrete and undeniable as you can get. Okay? And if there is some other facet of plagiarism that you think that needs to be had here, please let me know. Because he's admitting he researched and got information from somewhere, and then he's taking credit for everything in the video. Yeah, I'm not even going to clip out parts of this video. I'm going to probably put some pictures up so that you guys can follow along, but this is just one hot take of how I feel about this, because seriously, I don't feel like he deserves my energy anymore. You know? I have no confidence that DarkMatter2525 will cite his sources in a proper way. I do believe he's a douchebag. So I don't really want to put any more time into this. He wants me to put up a retraction video for daring to say that he plagiarized, even though, look what I just showed you. He says, well, you fucked up pretty bad with your new video in which you put zoos on the human centipede after my video, thereby showing how poor your standards for plagiarism are. Bro, do you even logic? I said almost, and then started talking about chronology, and you're just fucking grasping for straws. You're that fucking desperate to keep your reputation untarnished. And then you go on to say, gonna need that retraction. It reminds me of, what was it, Office Space? Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna need you to stay on Saturday. That's how, God. It really shows a lack of just understanding of human emotion, really. Like, this is borderline autistic, the way that he's just not willing to budge at all himself, or even consider that he might be wrong, but he wants other people to admit that they're wrong. And it's like an at all costs thing, you know. Go look at all of the comments that he left, right? What did he do over his fucking holiday? You know? It was like every 3 hours I look at my phone and I'm like, wow, I'm having fun. This motherfucker is not having fun. Because he just doesn't want to cite his sources. He wants to take credit for it all, and does not want to have anyone call into question his, I guess, fucking great, polished fucking reputation. Right? After seeing all the shit that he left in my comment section, his reputation is shit with me. And I don't have even the time to clip out any or from this video. I'm just going to throw up some pictures in it and give it to you. But Worldgate989, top game trolling. Even if I wasn't completely biting on it, I still appreciate the comment because it was moving. I saw it as moving. It was just, yeah. You know? You, sir, will make a great shitster someday. You will keep the drama going. I love you for it. Keep doing what you do.